So yeah, I guess my home would be my family, which is my bloodline, and that's the title of this story. See, there was a night my bloodline held their breath. No one knew why or found out until the morning after my mom almost drowned in her shallow sweat of fear. See, she never told me. But I knew she was rescued by her grandparents. They each gave her a hand to hold, synchronized the flutter of their wings, and pulled her into the arms of my dad. See, now he will never speak of it. What it's like to watch your wife, love of your life, mother to your child, not once nor twice, but 4 times over, cry for an eternity of a night, and you can do nothing except for wiping away tears that collect at the clip of her cheeks with your trembling thumb. See, when things like that happen, you do what you have to do. You're the man. You turn this house into a hole. As my mother's tears reduced to confusion, the phone began to ring. I found out what a headache really was, and that there are days your spirit dictated the strength of your body. See, my grandfather, he'd fallen victim to men who still look for their fathers in the eyes of strangers. He's a builder. So he walked away from his temporary home. They live on site when the job is incomplete. It was an ordinary day, the normal lunch break, the usual routine, until he was fed the barrel of a gun like it was a pacifier. See, when you hear news like that, you hold your mom a little bit tight and you say goodbye every time you leave the house. I'm sure my grandfather saw his life, and in slow motion, he took note of the suit he wore on his wedding day to the t-shirts and jeans he signed the divorce papers in. I just hope that he felt it in his nervous spirit that Grandma grew a knot in her thoughts where he belonged. When the gun was slammed to his face, up to this day, he still traces a silhouette before he sleeps. So Mom calls him every night, just so that his voice can become an essence in the room, you know, for comfort. And Grandma will admit it on her deathbed, that she cradled each argument they had each night he was away for work, because the good times would too easily make her cry. To think the father to her children was slapped with the grip of a gun, lips released rum diluted blood, cheeks through mountain tops, purple blue bubbles formed above eyelids, while breath began to stick like discomfort when one of your own go missing. I'm not sure what was said, but I know he found himself on his knees. And like I said, I'm not sure what he said, and I don't know if he begged. But I'm sure he could hear Grandma praying in tongues while the rest of us kneeled at our beds. So while he rested on white sheets for 7 days, that's a week that his youngest and only son said thank you each time his youngest and only son left the house. See, I never heard any jokes or inside stories, so I don't think my grandfather was one for a promiscuous night. So maybe the boy with the gun that day looked into his father's eyes, allowing my bloodline to breathe again. Thank you.